I'm Margaret Henderson, lead instructor for nonprofit management. In this class, we're going to be mining your experiences, my experiences, plus a lot of other resources to set you up for success in this profession. My nonprofit career began in West Texas when I went to work for a family planning clinic. It was a Planned Parenthood affiliate, so that meant that even though we served our local community in an independent kind of way, we had all this national network that offered protocols, structures, expectations, and support, and that was a great safety net for us to work with. Some of you might have worked for nonprofits that function at the local level, the state level, the national level, international level. We'll bring all those experiences into the classroom, and we'll actually, I think, find that it was all pretty similar, or at least more similar than different. So when I worked there, for 4 years, I had a great mentor. The executive director was just a wonderful person who taught us the value of laughing every day. I found out that you can do very difficult work under trying circumstances and do it in a healthy way if you can find something to laugh about every day. I started out as a bookkeeper there, and I learned a lot about funding structures and what funders care about. I became the community educator and drove around literally a 15,000 square mile region delivering programming to people in all kinds of organizations. And so I learned a lot about working with community stakeholders that way. Now, unfortunately, my mentor moved on, and we had another director who was well-intentioned perhaps, but it did not end well. He nearly bankrupted the organization in the space of 6 months. It was a 50-year-old organization. We had enough money, somewhat fragile, but enough, and it was very nearly ruined in a matter of months. And I was a whistleblower, and that's not a fun thing to do, but it needed to happen. It ultimately worked out well in that we merged with another Planned Parenthood affiliate, but even that merger process has brought its own stressors along with it. That's a challenging process for anyone to go through, especially if you're doing it from a place of weakness instead of strength. So, like many of you, I learned the most from a negative experience. We'll bring that in, and we'll flip that stuff around so that we can use it positively in the future. Now, after I got my MPA here at UNC, I went to work for the Orange County Rape Crisis Center here in Chapel Hill, serving the whole county. And that was, it was a very good experience. The next 7 years went by in a blur. I did more than I ever dreamed I could have done. It was an insane workload, and it was all good. I say that it was an insane workload, and I managed to do most of it in 40 hours a week because I'm one of those people who gets stupid after 40 hours a week. You're going to hear a lot from me about life balance because nobody's going to do it for you. You need to figure out how to take care of yourself when you do this challenging work. I tell people that nonprofit management is to the concept of work what cross-country skiing is to the concept of exercise. You will use every muscle in your body and many muscles that you didn't know you had, and it's all good exercise, and it's exhausting. And you probably can't do it forever, but you can do it very well for a while. So together, we're going to collect all kinds of resources from the textbooks, from our readings, other online tools. We're going to use your experiences, my experiences, whatever we need to get you set up. We want you to be successful your first day on the job, and we're going to collect the strategies and the tools you need to do that.